Good morning, everybody. It's Stephanie Kakris here, and I'm so late with my live this morning. I did go live at 11, and I simultaneously go live here on my page and in another group usually. But Facebook's changed their live settings, and for some reason, I clicked go live and it only worked in the group and not on my page. So I've just done the live over there, and I'm coming back to do it again here for you. So this is the Wealth and Abundance Energy reading for the 16th to the 22nd of March 2020. And I just wanted to share all of my love to all of you. We're living in some very interesting times at the moment, and I know that a lot of people are really concerned, and rightly so. It's really interesting because I personally have been really calm about the whole thing. And as someone who suffers from chronic anxiety or has in the past, even 12 months ago, I think if this had have happened, I would have been an absolute nervous wreck. But I'm not sure why I'm so calm. I don't need to know why. But I think it's because I know in my heart that all good is going to come out of this. Um, but I know that a lot of people are suffering, and I didn't sleep very well last night. And I know that people are feeling frightened and uncertain. And so, what I've been called to do is I've got a beautiful network of energy healers and mental health workers and spiritually minded people who I'm going to bring onto my page for the next couple of weeks, and I'm going to do live videos, and they're going to share a bit of their zone of genius with you all. So, in order to catch that, if you go to my page, which is obviously Stephanie Kakris Bring Your Dreams to Life, and you click at the top where it says following. If you say see first, if you click on see first, then it will come up in your news feed every time I post something, and you won't miss those lives that I'm going to be doing over the next couple of weeks. So the first live is going to be tomorrow morning, Tuesday morning, Melbourne time, 10 a.m. And I'm going to be interviewing the gorgeous Amelia Slater, who is a mental health worker, and she's also highly spiritual. But what she's going to talk about is the importance of acknowledging and coping with our human emotions, because there's a thing called spiritual bypassing, which is where we kind of disregard our humanness, and we just want to sit in peace and love and light. And whilst sitting in peace and love and light is really helpful, it's sort of denying the fact that we're human, that we have emotions, and there can be a lot of shame around fear and around so-called negative emotions in the spiritual community, because there's an implication that if you're spiritual enough, that you shouldn't feel those emotions, which is absolute nonsense. And she'll be talking about that tomorrow. And she'll also be sharing her top 5 mental health tips for getting through the next 6 months or so. Who knows how long this is going to go on, but it's not going to end anytime soon, obviously. So keep an eye out for that, and hop on to Facebook tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Melbourne, Australia time. Now, the other thing that I wanted to say was that one thing that I've noticed with myself, even though I've been really calm, I've noticed that I've been wanting to spend extra time on Facebook to get updates, and I've been watching the news probably every second night, which is very unlike me. So if you're feeling like you really need to consume a lot of information and to be informed, that's a really normal human, a normal coping strategy. Because when we are informed and when we know like all the latest development and what's going on, then we feel like we can't be blindsided. And we feel like, well informed is well armed. So by all means, be informed. But I would also encourage you to be really mindful of taking some breaks from that information. Okay, so on social media, but also on the news, we can be informed, but there's also a lot of negativity, and there can be a lot of, and there's a lot of fear in there. And so if we're glued to it for too long, then it can be really like it can really get to us. It can affect our mental and physical and emotional and spiritual health. So make sure you spend some time turning it off and doing some things that are nice for yourself. Okay, so on to the card reading. So the first two cards that I've chosen are from my Higher Wisdom Parenting Oracle deck. And if you would like to purchase a deck of my Parenting Oracle cards, so I created these cards to help parents to access their intuition about what their child most needs from them. And it also works for adult children, and it works for our own inner child. And for a lot of us, our inner child, our survival instinct is kicking in right now while we're going through this. And so the first card that has come out, which is really interesting, is the organization card. So it says, my children and I enjoy the freedom that comes with being organized and managing my time effectively. So there are a couple of things that I'm getting messages with relation to this card. And hello to those of you who are watching. Say hello in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. So in terms of organization, a lot of people are working from home that have never really worked from home before. And so working from home is a different beast than going away from home and working in another environment. And it's really important to be organized when you're working from home. So set yourself work blocks. Make sure that you've got a business buddy or a work buddy that you can check in with regularly to keep the physical contact with people going, and make to-do lists, and make sure that you take regular breaks so that you're not just sitting at your computer all day. Go for a walk. 5 minute break every hour is a really good, and that's whether you're at work or at home. So make sure you're not feeling too isolated. Hop on a call with someone regularly, and set yourself distinct work times, and then a time to clock off work and to do home duties. The other thing with this organization card that I'm getting is that if we do go into lockdown, or for people who are spending more time at home in general, that this is a really fabulous opportunity to become more organized, to be more organized around your home. So to declutter, to get rid of stuff, to give stuff away, and to generally just become more organized. Get your kids involved when they're home. And it's going to be a great time to do some clearing and to do some organizing. Okay, so the second card, which is pretty self-explanatory, is positive outlook. So this says, I guide my life with positive thoughts. So I think the reason why I've been quite relaxed about, well, I wouldn't say relaxed probably not the right word, but I have this sense of inner calm about what's going on, because I feel like this is a shake-up that the world had to have. So whether it's a huge overreaction to what seems to be a mild flu-like thing or not is kind of irrelevant in this context. But one of the things that I feel like is causing a lot of suffering in the world is the incessant busyness, the lack of quiet time, the lack of community, spirit. And I feel like that we're all going to be forced to, what that I keep getting is that we're going to be forced to slow the fuck down, because we're just incessantly busy and we're materialistic and we're always working, striving, and we all just need to take some time in the slow lane. And this is going to force us to do that. And for some people, that's going to be really, really difficult, because being busy is a habit, and slowing down is going to force people to feel their emotions, to not be able to run away from them by being busy. And that's one of the reasons why I'm going to do these videos, live Facebook lives over the next couple of weeks with different people. I'm going to be bringing different experts in to help us to cope with not being able to move around as freely as we can, not having enjoyable places to go to, such as the theatre and the footy and the sport, even watching, perhaps not even being able to watch the sport on the telly if the games get suspended. And I know in a lot of countries games are already suspended, and that we're going to have to find other ways to check in with ourselves and to find enjoyment. So I guide my life with positive thoughts, and then the next is to really try and stay positive and try and stay have that inner knowing that only good is going to come out of this in the long run, whilst also acknowledge, so it's kind of holding both, while also acknowledging your feelings in the here and now if you're struggling emotionally. So the third card that I've chosen is from Doreen Virtue's Ascended Masters Oracle deck, and this is Melchizedek, and this is the spiritual law of attraction. So this is about holding your vision for the world. Okay, so if you've got a vision for a world where we are all kind to each other, where we all look out for each other, where we operate more from love than fear, then this is the time to spend a few minutes every day visualizing and imagining that planet, and what that would actually look like. Okay, and the other thing that I'm getting is that if you are home, if we're going to have forced lockdown, or if you're in a country that's already got forced lockdown, this is a beautiful time to create a vision board for yourself, a new vision board. So have a little bit of fun with that. You can create electronic vision boards on your computer, where you get a series of photos and you put them all together on a page, either in Pages or in Microsoft. What's the equivalent in Microsoft? I'm sure there is one. Maybe it is maybe it's called Pages as well. Or you can create obviously the old-fashioned vision boards. You can even make a list of all the things that you are dreaming of doing in the future, and keep that hope up and keep those visions up for a beautiful future for us all. So that's the spiritual law of attraction. So the last card that I chose for this week for you all is the Crystal Mandala Oracle deck by Alana Fairchild. And the card that came out for this is Ascended Master Saint Germain and Amethyst, which is about spiritual connection. So it's really, really important that you spend time connecting to your spirit guides. And if you don't know who your spirit guides are, it doesn't matter. Talk to them anyway. Imagine that they're there and ask them for whatever help it is that you need help with. So ask them for help with financial assistance, ask them for help with emotional assistance, ask them for help with the global assistance. You can't overdo the requests for them. Ask for as many things as you like, and journal. Spend some time journaling. If you're feeling really fearful, journaling fears out is a really powerful way to clear them and to process them. And if you have an amethyst in your home, amethyst is a purple crystal. It's a very common crystal. It's a beautiful purple color, and I wish I had have brought mine out here, but I might post a photo of it in the comments actually. A lot of people have got amethysts in their crystal collection. Even if you don't have many crystals, chances are you've got an amethyst. I also have an amethyst, like a polished amethyst bracelet with some purple beads around them. Amethyst is a beautiful, peaceful healing stone, and so if you can get your amethyst out, if you have one, otherwise you can put a picture of one on your screensaver on your phone. Just grab a picture off Google or something like that. and work with the energy of the amethyst will help calm everything, calm your nervous system, and calm everything down for this week. So that is all from me for today. As I mentioned, I'll be coming on live. I'm expecting each day for the next couple of weeks, but I haven't locked in. It'll sort of be on the fly. So if you go to my page and you click under the following button, if you click on that and you go see first, then you'll come up and see when I'm going live, or you'll be able to watch the replays of my live streams where I'm bringing in experts from from people that I personally know who do all sorts of amazing energy healing and mental health work, and to help support us all. And when I do that, please feel free to share them. I want everyone to have access to some things that are genuinely going to help. And yeah, let's keep our hearts open and keep a positive outlook for the future and look after ourselves. The other thing that I was going to say in terms of this spiritual connection is that it's really, really important that we spend time in nature. And if you can't get out, if you're imposed in lockdown or whatever, or if you can't get out, like Roma's saying, she's been on lockdown for weeks anyway, that on YouTube there are beautiful videos. If you just Google rainforest videos or seaside videos, nature videos, nature sound videos, there are all sorts of beautiful videos that you can put on your TV or put on your computer, put on your laptop, turn social media off, turn the news off, and put some nature videos on. And it will just calm it will calm your nervous system. It will help you to foster your spiritual connection and your connection with Mother Earth and nature. Mother Earth is definitely benefiting from us all slowing down. I've seen this, the satellite photos of the minimal pollution in China and now in Italy. She's definitely having a rejuvenation from this time. So if we can soak up the nature's energy, that will also really help. I might find a couple and put the links in the comments as well. Hi Marianne, nice to see you. So I'm going to finish up there. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to catching you regularly over the next couple of weeks here, where I'm going to be doing the lives and sharing some beautiful vibes with you all. I'll catch you again soon, or tomorrow at 10 a.m. is my first one. So if not before, I'll see you then. Bye for now.